as well as offering great functionality for building criteria to extract information from the Infor SunSystems ledger. Advanced Inquiry now introduces a number of AI-based tools that make the user's life easier and allows them to extract information with less effort. The first of these is our Copilot-based natural language query builder. The system allows the user to type in a query using their own words that explains what they would like to extract from SunSystems. You do not have to use individual criteria elements or explain how to get that data, rather just a question explaining what you would like. So in this case, you can see here that we're asking for account balances from the UKD business unit, creditor type accounts only, and include transactions where the allocation marker is paid. I could easily have said there where the invoices have been paid, and the system would interpret that. When I click Go, Advanced Inquiry will then use Copilot to build out a set of criteria that meets this requirement, and it will give you a confirmation to explain what it thinks. So in this case, it has configured a summary ledger inquiry for UKD business unit, extracting balances, grouping it by account based on the creditor type accounts, and looking for allocation marker paid. So a very clear statement of what it's going to extract. It also offers some other elements here where you could perhaps embellish or expand on your query. If you're happy with this, you can either run it immediately or have a look at the criteria it's built. And I'm going to look at the criteria to show you how it has filled these in. When you look at the individual areas of the criteria box, you'll see that it has run a summary inquiry and it has selected UKD business unit. It's also interpreted our natural language query to fill in the account tab using creditor type accounts only. And then going across, you can see under the allocation tab that is chosen paid allocation marker, which is what we requested. I can then, of course, run the query and it would extract the data as I've designed. So natural language query makes it very easy for users who don't even necessarily have a great understanding of how to fill in data within advanced inquiry to extract information they need. This is one of the pieces of AI functionality we've introduced. The second is even more powerful. This is the ability to publish advanced inquiry as what is known as an MCP server. An MCP server is a way to make an application available to an external AI function in order to provide it with tools that it can utilize to provide information into the AI itself. So, for example, if you were using Claude or ChatGPT or Copilot and you wanted to extract information from some systems and use it in your work within Copilot or Claude, Advanced Inquiry as an MCP server can be used to publish information in a secure way and make it available for such activities. So, if we look up in the menu on the left-hand side, we can see that we have a tools area. Any query that you build within Advanced Inquiry can be saved as an MCP tool. This means it is then made available to any external AI through the MCP server functionality. You can see that in here I've built out a number of different tools, and these are just queries that I've defined in Advanced Inquiry in my day-to-day activity, and then saved as tools to make them available to the AI. You can see that we can add a business question and a more extended description to help explain to the AI that may be querying the MCP server what this particular tool can provide to it so that it's more accurate in its information. The MCP server also allows the external AI to call the MCP and then build tools on the fly. It does not require you to have defined specific tools within Advanced Inquiry before this is done. The tools that you define and save within here can make it more accurate and quicker with those returns. However, the external AI can still build things using its own capabilities within the MCP server and attempt to return information as it sees fit. I'm going to show you how this works. For the purposes of this demonstration using a natural language model, I'm going to be using the Claude desktop, but this could be utilizing ChatGPT or any other AI natural language solution of your choice. You can see here that I'm in the standard prompt, and I'm going to ask the system whether or not it has access to my Advanced Inquiry MCP server. This has been set up in the background as a connection, and the authentication is controlled through standard SSO security. My user ID at my Windows level is passed through to the MCP server, and only if I'm an authorized user at that level will it allow me to extract information from advanced inquiry through the AI. Additionally, all dataset security in the advanced inquiry environment is applied based on that user. So I can only extract information that I've been given explicit rights to extract in the advanced inquiry configuration. Initially, I'm going to ask if the system is connected to the advanced inquiry server. This will now allow Claude to go off, connect to the MCP, and authenticate against it if that is required. You can see that it has identified advanced inquiry, it's had a look at the tools that are available, and come back telling me some of the things it can do, such as executing queries, generating new inquiries, listing tools, listing business units, and things like this. I'm now going to expand my query against this by asking it to list business units that it can see in SunSystems. It will now go off, use the Advanced Inquiry MCP, identify tools that can help provide that, and then return the list to me. This is quick and easy, and I'm not having to do anything within Advanced Inquiry. I'm now going to proceed with some further queries. I'm going to ask if it can list the tools that are available that I've saved within Advanced Inquiry. You can see that it's showing us the 6 published tools based on the queries that I've saved and made available in MCP. Remember that this is not definitive in that I can run inquiries against advanced inquiry within the AI model without having to utilize these individual saved tools. These just make it easier if I've already got something predefined. So, for an example, I'm going to ask it to show the results when I run one of these particular tools, which is the All Account Balances tool for the UKD business unit. This will now execute that inquiry within Advanced Inquiry. It will make sure that I have permission and want it to be allowed to connect to the MCP server. And then it will return the results that Advanced Inquiry finds from the ledger data. You can see here that it's found 144 account balances in the UKD environment, and it's now going to structure those and render a table of the results to show me within the AI. All of this function, of course, is being delivered directly by the large language model in Claude rather than related to advanced inquiry. The structuring and what we do with the data is being managed by the AI model. You can see that it has successfully run the query within advanced inquiry. It's giving me some information around the total positive, negative, net balance, how many accounts, etc., and then listing the accounts as returned in the advanced inquiry element. So you can see it gives me all the account balances and structures them nicely in the screen. This is the benefit of using an LLM such as Claude because it has lots of flexible capabilities. It's also got some commentary here that it's worked out around the data it's returned, such as the unapproved purchase orders, the inventory variance, and the biggest debtor within the system, giving me the total balance. To extend this, I'm going to actually ask it to show me the largest debtor account balance and drill into the transactions for that particular account. So if I actually extend this and say, okay, you show me European guidance systems there, account 64001, let's have a look at the transactions that make up that balance from that debtor account. It will now go and again query the Advanced Inquiry MCP, find an appropriate tool, or create its own set of queries to drill down and give me that information. It may find a tool that's actually there already, or potentially it could just be doing something more broad. So it's found the information I required, drilling down and showing me the journal lines that make up that huge balance in the European guidance systems account. As you can see, the system has now returned a list of all the invoices in SunSystems that make up that account balance for European Guidance Systems debtor. Typically, it may not be the type of thing you would do within an AI to bring transactional values through like this. However, it shows some of the capability of things that you can do using the Advanced Inquiry MCP. You can see it's also given me some information around the largest invoice and the type of invoices that is found using that NLM capability. My final example is to take this information that I've extracted about European guidance systems and use it to create a debtor letter to explain to the customer that they need to pay these invoices. So my query is to write a debtor letter to European guidance systems explaining that they are overdue payment on the account, include the account balances, and use the address for European guidance systems available in advanced inquiry tools. The system will now go off, extract the data it thinks is pertinent using the tools that it can find or creating its own tools, and then create a letter using the power of Claude. In this case, of course, you could be using another AI. So here you can see how the system has used the MCP server to recover the address from the Sun Systems data for this particular debtor. It has the account balance and it's brought that through as overdue using the fact that this is unallocated transactions. We can see it's got a 14-day payment deadline, etc. It's produced a document which I can now go and open in Word and see what it's produced. Obviously, the content of the letter is entirely down to Claude, and I could have provided a template for this that would have allowed it to produce something more to my own taste. But of course, I could also get this just reformatted by Claude now. The key thing is that it's found information through advanced inquiry. It has the address here, the account number, the name. It's brought through the balances and the status overdue, etc. So this is just an example of the huge power that you can wield by using a large language model such as Claude over the top of an MCP server, such as Advanced Inquiry, that can serve up your financial information if required in a secure way to these models. And Advanced Inquiry certainly fulfills this requirement.